What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, Yugioh commentary. I'm trying to get this mic in a good position where you guys can hear me clearly. Alright, so we have Die in Trucking, 12.59 versus Top Dollar, 16.76. I feel like the Die in Trucking has been on this channel multiple times. I feel like Top Dollar has too. Let's recap. Okay, so Die in Trucking went first. I think he just passed turn. Yeah, he opened first and just passed. And then Top Dollar went Deneb and he searched Vega and then he duality, or he upstart, then duality'd. And I believe he just grabbed evac device. So he has like 2 more cards than Die in Trucking has. And you know what I just thought about? As he summoned Deneb, it's like when you look at S Knights as a deck, and they're simple +1, like, isn't it crazy, like, S Knights are by far the most tamest? Like, if your opponent goes, like, Satella Knight Deneb, like, aren't you just way happier than, you know, like, that you have to deal with that +1 instead of, you know, like, some crazy shenanigans of a Clearport tool, or what's another one, a tour guide or something like that. It just seems like every other deck has like way greater like +1s than what Satella Knights can do, because all the +1s in this deck revolve around this dude right here. I guess Altier not necessarily, but you get what I'm saying. Alright, so it looks like Burning Abyss versus Satella Knights. I like Burning Abyss in this matchup. If Top Dollar is to win this match, I think it'll be he'll obviously have to win the grind game, but I think he'll have to spin pretty much every single card, and he's going to be able to just get free cards out of Graf and Sir. Okay, I really don't understand what happened there. I know that he vanity'd, but why wouldn't you vanity the tour guide? If you vanity the tour guide, you just attack over it. I totally I don't get why he did it like that. Alright, so Die in Trucking goes into what's this broad's name? Dweller Magician, right? Downer Magician. Why am I thinking Dweller Magician? That must be a card that's associated. No, maybe that's Slacker Magician. Anyways, alright, so he activates Call of the Haunted for Deneb. Almost certainly now is when he'll get Altier, if he doesn't already have it. I still don't understand that play. If he goes Tour Guide and you Vanity, yeah, you're locked out of your Call of the Haunted and your Vega, but then you just simplify the game state. You just attack over the Tour Guide and like you're good. So you see the need. I mean, if he's able to summon Triverrr, obviously it's great because you get your Call of the Haunted back. This chick gets spent and you can just attack directly. But I don't know. I feel like the other play would have been just as good, and you would have taken no battle damage, and I don't know. But then again, you know, Top Dollar he's doing his thing. So, anyways, he summons Vega and then Alsam, and it looks like he was going to Exceed. I mean, Triverrr looks really good in this situation. So does he's leaving Alsam. Oh, Ragnar Zero. That's pretty cool. You get the pop and you get the draw cards. Ragnar Zero is so good this format. It is insane. You know what? I didn't even think about Ragnar Zero against Downer Magician. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I never would have even thought about that because I just haven't done it. But Ragnar Zero like is good against Clearports. A lot of times if they have so Phoenix Moonbass is played. He goes Sir. He goes after the back row. I see an Alpha Nova coming or a Wiretap. I'm just like, I don't think that you go that far deep with Top Dollar. Like, I don't think that you summon 2 monsters and Exceed unless you just had like a good play. I guess he's not concerned. He goes for Dante and he cannot beat over Dante. Keep that in mind. Holy crap. I just dawned on me. You can totally Ragnar Zero Dante if it's on your opponent's field and they try and activate its effect. So actually, yeah, the card seems really good. Upstart is played by Die in Trucking. I was going to make a point there. I totally forgot I got interrupted like by myself and I totally forgot what it, oh yeah, okay. Ragnar Zero is really good against, it's really good against Clearports because if they have, whatever one gives you 300 attack in the pendulum zone, if that's genome or whatever the other one is, I forget. But I mean, you can use it. You can use the effect on all of them then, And if not, then you can use it when they have sacrifice on a monster. And what I've realized is if you just get their first monster, like you get it off the board with Ragnar Zero, like you take it out with sacrifice, it just like they get advantage, like they get the 1-for-1, but it's like you have momentum and you have field control. All right, so Fire Lake completely wrecked Top Dollar's field. I wonder how he's going to recover from that. We see a couple of special summons. He's already committed his normal summon to Skarm, so keep that in mind. So he'll probably just go Dante and attack for 1,000. Or he could just do something different. He could just attack for 3,000. I'm dumb. Like, why not just attack for 3,000? He has Calcab and Sir. He's not going to trigger Dante. He'll just probably pass turn. Or I guess he will trigger Dante. I don't know about that, because it's like if you hit a Scram or something, like you can't trigger it twice. So it's like, I don't know. Looks like he's going in Downer Magician again. I don't think that has helped him at all this game. Like going into Downer has, in my opinion, actually just hurt him. Like I get that it's a beater, I guess. Like it really just hasn't helped him in my opinion. He has a tour guide from the Scrum. And play will go back to Top Dollar. Top Dollar is going to draw that same card, so we know that he just drew a Speller Trap. He has to have Altair. Nobody searches Deneb twice and doesn't have Altair. That would just be dumb. And what is this card right here? That's Sir. Okay. I still think that going for I keep forgetting his name. Going for Triverrr is still very viable here because yeah, he would be able to trigger this, but just in general, he would still be able to get his Call of the Haunted back, and he'd still be able to have like a lot of advantage. So he goes Altair, and then he goes Vega. Then he goes Una. I guess Una's probably just going to dump like a Deneb or something. He might dump another. No, he doesn't play. Nobody plays 2 Alsams. That's just dumb. Or he might not even activate Una's effect. Una is the greatest card and the worst card to draw, I swear. Like, if you have your opponent under Vanities, like, Una is just really, really good. But then it's like, many times where you just don't want to use the card. Alright, so he's going too deep. He goes for Abyss Dweller. It's going to activate the effects. Not sure how he's going to get over Down at Magician unless he has, like, Regeki or something. If he has Soul Charge, then he's perfectly fine because you can just Soul up. There it is. Speak of the devil, right? All right. So Soul Charge means I'd go 101. That's just me personally. I don't know why everybody stopped hating or started hating 101, but I think that card is still really, really good. He goes for 2. I think I would have went for 3 just so that I can make 2 rank 4 Xyz. I would have made 101 and can Castle bounce your own cards? If Castle can bounce your own cards, that'll bounce Call of the Haunted. If not, then I still would have made 2 Xyz. I would have made, oh, he's going 3 deep. Oh, I guess he's going Deltaros. Okay, that makes sense. He's making the big dude. He's making Deltaros. Deltaros pop. Alright, so none of those effects are going to trigger. He's going to set a card face down. If that face down is Vanities, this is pretty much just is a wrap. I don't see Top Dollar, or excuse me, I don't see Diane Trucking running it back, if that's a Vanity set. He hasn't hit any Speller Trap removal so far this game, unless you count Phoenix from Wind Blast, I guess. We know of one of his resources, obviously being a tour guide. And I don't know, he's in a really tight spot. He's looking at his graveyard. If he has BLS, that can obviously get him out. He can banish Dante and whatever else, Sir, Tour Guide, whatever, to summon the BLS. He goes for that Tour Guide summon. Show me the Vanities. Show me the Vanities. Ah, he doesn't have the Vanities. So, Diane Trucking is going to get what? I'm guessing he's going to get like Scrum or something like that. No, I think you get Sir. I think you get something that doesn't necessarily have to trigger during your turn. I mean, I guess the other ones can trigger during the opponent's turn, but what's it called? So he gets Alec. I forget what you do, Alec. Okay, he evacs. He evacs the Alec. Oh, I know why he did that. He evac'd it so that obviously Diane Trucking he's locked this turn. He can't, what's it called? He can't special summon all these guys because they'll all just blow themselves up from Tour Guide, and then Top Dollar would just be like Abyss Dweller. Make it so that none of your guys will activate. And I guess Top Dollar is not reading a BLS because it seems like you would have summoned BLS first against one back row, then summon your Tour Guide first. I mean, if he has BLS, then to me, if I was Top Dollar, I'd feel like that was a bad break. I'd feel like you just had the nuts. Same thing about Regeki. If you had Regeki, okay. Oh my God. This is why I hate Yu-Gi-Oh! This is why we hate Yu-Gi-Oh, people. This is why we hate Yu-Gi-Oh! Hate it so much. He did have the BLS. Now keep in mind, he's going to activate the effect. Alright, so Deltaros dies. He'll probably just pass turn. That's really unfortunate that he did have the BLS. That was like, I was reading it pretty much as his real only out to the situation. Like, realistically, I saw BLS and nothing else. And it sucks because Top Dollar, I don't know, man. I'm not really sure what you can do out of this situation. I mean, he has Altair. Well, no, if he resolves Altair, he's okay. Because, realistically, he can just 101 it. He's going to search another Altair. I wasn't sure if he had Altair. That was the thing. Alright, so the question is, do you attack or not? I don't think that you attack. He goes 101 in defense. Okay, that's legit. He's going to take BLS. And based on my other card that's not Altair, I'm not sure that I necessarily attack. I would not, I'm not sure that I put my Abyss Dweller in defense mode, but whatever. He puts Tour Guide in defense mode. See, if I'm Top Dollar, I know that I can't really go aggressive. Well, first off, he couldn't attack that turn with either monster because he used Altair's effect. But second, I feel like your push needs to end the game. That's just my opinion. Like, you don't want your opponent to basically be able to summon a whole bunch of Sirs and whatnot. That Call of the Haunted changes everything. He can just kill him now. He can totally, he can just normal summon Altair, not even use the effect. And he can just beat him down and know that he has Cowboy for 800 more. So, I mean, it's pretty much a wrap. So, Diane Trucking scoops it up. Again, he knew that he was going to have to take all those shots to the face, and then he was going to have to take Cowboy on top of that. So, there was no way he was going to survive. Alright, so Top Dollar gets game one. And side deck cards, we're probably going to see Floodgates. Light Mirror would be a strong candidate for Diane Trucking because I still think Light Mirror is a very viable card against, well, the front runner is obviously these dudes right here, but there's Batterymen, there's Bujin, those are considered rogue decks. Heretics, we had that on my channel a couple of days ago. That would also be considered like serious rogue, but there's so many good archetypes that are just like straight light, you know what I mean? So I feel like Light Mirror is really good. And then on Top Dollar side, there is the obvious Shadow Mirror, which you can use against Shadows and, Burning Abyss and Evil Swarms. And then there is Stygian Dirge. And actually, Stygian Dirge can be played against both of these decks. To me, it seems like it's lost a lot of popularity, but, it's still, nonetheless, it can be used against both decks. Alright, so Diane Trucking gets game. Diane Trucking is opening up with, he went Dante. He's going to trigger his Graph. He goes 3 deep. He's just going to trigger Graph. There's no reason to tribute, or to try and trigger Rubik, which has no effect anyway, so he's not doing anything there. I think it's interesting that Abyss Dweller really just did a number on Diane Trucking. Like, I didn't think that Abyss Dweller was going to hold up so much. That evac was just, it changed the game. Even with the BLS, the fact that he had that second Altair was huge. And you now see that, Flying Sea is played. That was nice. Flying Sea is an awesome side deck card against Burning Abyss. You just have to hope that they don't tribute it away. And now you see that all his monsters die. It's basically like a Regeki against him, except this dude, obviously. And he's not going to trigger Sir because there's like no point. You know what I mean? The stuff in his graveyard isn't that great. Okay, so now you see Top Dollar is fighting back with Vega, and then he goes He goes Deneb. Question is, what do you make here? What do you make? What's under that? That's a tour guide? Okay, so obviously, Castel looks good. You can just spin for free. Alright, he goes Castel on defense. Pretty smart. So Dante is spun. And he's sitting, I mean, he has advantage technically. And keep in mind that Diane Trucking can't exceed. So even if he, like, his only out right now would be, like, I guess a Sir or tour guide into Sir and just try and attack over Castel. He's gonna go Soul Charge. You know, I've been seeing people play Soul Charge and I've seen people play Soul Charge and Burning Abyss. Like, I'm just gonna be, like, just pretty blunt about this. I don't think the card is very good in the deck. I just don't like it. I don't think it's that good. And Burning Abyss, like, I don't feel like you win spamming rank 3s, like, ever. It doesn't seem like a viable win condition to me. Alright, so I believe he just summoned the guy that negates an effect, and he, he basically negated the Flying C's effect, which that was actually a pretty legitimate play. Now he's going to exceed using the Flying C because it is level 3. He summons that Dante. Why is Dante generic anyway? It just doesn't make any sense. But then again, I guess if it wasn't, you wouldn't be able to use Tour Guide, so I guess. He hit some really good cards. He hit a Scrum and going plus for no reason. It's just good Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. Totally skillful. I loathe when people go plus for no reason. Alright, so he goes Foolish Burial. I wouldn't be totally shocked if he went like Dragon or something. Okay, guess not. Guess he doesn't play any Shadows. He's going Sir effect. And he might go Scarm. He just can't afford to have it die. He goes for Rubik. He might be trying to get the he might be trying to get to Virgil. And it looks like that's what he's gonna do. I don't know, dude. Virgil against 2 back row. Like, I'm smelling a bottomless or something good. He's gonna activate Virgil's effect using Sir, who totally can't trigger. And he's targeting Deneb. Okay. Okay, I guess, yeah, he's saying that, Diane Trucking is saying that he has a response. So what is your response? It's called the Haunted. Fair enough. And he's going to summon that Deneb. So unfortunately, yeah, this dude is not going to be able to send back that Deneb because the Deneb is on field. He's not going to get Alsam. I'm not going to lie. I think Top Dollar might roll him here because he can trigger Scram, but like you can only trigger it once. And I just don't see a tour guide necessarily getting the job done because this is going to die. He's either going to 101 it or he's going to Deltaros him or something. If I'm him, I'm making Deltaros. Like, this isn't even a question. I'm making Deltaros faster than you can even, excuse me, not Deltaros, Trevor. I'm making Trevor faster than you can even blink. Like, it's pretty obvious. I don't care about my Castel. I get rid of this for free. I get rid of this for free, and I get this back to my hand, and all basically I have to do is fight against the tour guide. Like, I'll take that all day, basically. You know, I still get a free call of the Haunted. I still have a ton of cards, you know, like, I can deal with one tour guide because I'm going to do 2100 damage, and I'm going to spend everything. Okay, so he goes Vega. I wonder if he'll go Vega Alsam Trevor. I mean, that's a legitimate play. You end up doing, what, 3,100? Okay, I guess not. He goes Vega Altier, Vega. I guess he's going... Oh, he wants to spin his Altier back to his hand. That makes sense. Oh, yeah. That is legit. Yeah, he goes Trevor. You know what? I'm dumb. I totally forgot that Trevor picks out a card from your hand. Which means if you were going to take the tour guide out with Trevor's effect, which I totally forgot, I'm not even sure that you need to summon Trevor in defense. I guess he was just trying to think of the worst case scenario of like your opponent top decking. But either way, Trevor is just too damn good of a card. That play was actually really nasty. I didn't even think about him spinning the Altier back to his hand, but he was going to get called the Haunted. Both of these were going to lead the field, and he was going to get rid of tour guide. So Triverrr is freaking. It is bananas. Thank you guys for watching as always.